All right, from Peter. Andrew, I am vehemently pro-life. So am I. My best buddy growing up and his girlfriend got pregnant with twins and had them aborted. Given the climate of opinion on abortion, I'm sure that neither of them thought of it as murdering their own children, but I can't see it as anything less. I'm having a hard time hanging out or even speaking to my friend. What should I do? All right, really good question, really tough question. Pardon me, I'm getting a little choked up here being indoors all the time. Really good question. All right. First of all, if this person is really your best friend or your good friend, you can't live in a dishonest relationship with him. You have to talk to him. So the question is, what are you going to say? And obviously, going up to him and shouting murderer and hitting him over the head with your Bible or whatever you plan to do, or whatever you might feel like doing, is obviously not the way forward. You want to communicate with this guy; he's your friend. The love between you is important, and as are the lives that were lost in this abortion are also important. And if it were me, if it were I would sit him down, especially if he was my best buddy growing up, and tell him, look, I have a problem. This is what I'm feeling, and I have to tell you about it. I know that you don't see it this way. I see it this way. It's really giving me a problem. I think that, in my worldview, you've done a wrong thing, and these children had a life, and they'll never get to live. And it's not for you. It's not for you to pass judgment on him. You have a judgment of what he did, which is, I agree with, but it's not for you. But, his judgment comes elsewhere. It is not for you to pass judgment on him. And especially because that doesn't help. See, that doesn't help. That isn't going to lead him to change his mind. But I think that maybe just explaining to him that exactly what you told me, that you have a problem with him, a problem being around him, a problem talking to him, look, it might end the friendship. That could be really painful. But I think being honest with compassion, being honest with kindness is the only way to save the friendship. Because what good is a friendship if it's based around a lie, if it's based around an atmosphere and lie? It's a tough conversation. I don't envy you having to have it, but I think that it is worth having to have it, because the reason it's worth having to have it is because the guy is your friend. Just walking away from him because you feel uncomfortable with him leaves no opportunity for him to change or for him to see things differently. It's very hard for people who've had an abortion to change, because they have to accept that they may have done something that really was not right. And that's a hard thing for all of us to do. I mean, I think that it's the beginning of wisdom. I think that our old pal, the devil, depends on us rationalizing our bad actions so that we continue going down that road. The more you rationalize, the further down the road you have to go. So don't expect anything. Don't expect anything, but go to him, and with compassion and with love, speak how you're feeling. Don't speak about what he did. Speak about how you're feeling about what he did. And who knows what can come of it. Honesty and love do a lot of crazy things in the world, and it's worth doing, because you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice. You can't live in dishonesty with your friend, not that level of dishonesty.